What is up, Black Ice Guild? It's your guild master, Trixie Lavender. Today we are doing Battle 2 of Week 4. Now, I know what you're thinking, but Trixie, what happened to Battle 1? Well, in the battle between the Denver Nuggies and Diamond Dust Foxes, we forgot to record! Diamond Dust Foxes won. Anyway, today's match, Eterna City Eevees led by Nines, battling Sheer Force Pyroars led by Valkyrie. Before we begin, if you would like to participate in future events, be sure to join our Discord server. Link is in the description. Now let's jump into the battle. Okay, so Nines is using Gengar, Primarina, Torterra, Gyarados, Tyranitar, and Incineroar. Valkyrie is using Whimsicott, Ampharos, Mamoswine, Gardevoir, Slowking, and Annihilate. Now, we could see Intimidate would be really good to hit that Mamoswine, but it could also hit the Annihilate, and of course, Whimsicott has Tailwind, which would give Valkyrie the speed control here. Alright, Valkyrie is leading with Annihilate and Whimsicott. Nines is leading Incineroar and Tyranitar. And with the Sandstorm up, any Pokemon with a Focus Sash is gonna be in for a rough time. Though, as we've seen in previous matches, Whimsicott, which typically does gun Focus Sash, has been leftover so far and has been surprisingly bulky. Now, are we going to see that same thing here? We'll see. Tyranitar going for Protect does not want to take a fighting move from Annihilate. Whimsicott, of course, using Tailwind. Annihilate instead choosing to go for Earthquake to hit both Pokemon. And Incineroar going for the Flare Blitz to take out Whimsicott. Incineroar recovering the lost HP from the Sandstorm with leftovers. And Gardevoir making its appearance and tracing Incineroar's Blaze. Not Intimidate, presumably to not give Annihilate an attack boost. Nine switching out Tyranitar for Gyarados. Now, does this one have Intimidate? It does. And now Annihilate's Defiant will boost its attack. Mega Evolving Gardevoir. Probably going for a Hyper Voice. It is indeed, and that is going to take out the Incineroar and do a good chunk to Gyarados. Rock Slide from Annihilate with the +1 attack will take out Gyarados. And that would have been even stronger had Incineroar had Intimidate. And now we're seeing Gyarados and Tyranitar making a comeback. And unfortunately for Nines, as we've seen previously, Annihilate could be using Earthquake, which would of course hit both Pokemon super effective. And Gengar Mega Evolves, and even with that speed boost, it is not outspeeding anything. Gardevoir going for the Protect. And we see the Earthquake from Annihilate, which will do some major damage to both Pokemon. Taking out the Gengar, but Tyranitar survives. Now, will Tyranitar itself be able to do enough knockoff from Tyranitar? Doing a good chunk, but not good enough. And there is nothing this Tyranitar can do to take on a Gardevoir and an Annihilate. Hyper Voice coming out and finishing off Tyranitar, and that is game 1. Okay, game 2. We really did not see that much coming from Nines, which is very unfortunate. He had some strong Pokemon, but I think Gyarados was the wrong choice, intimidating that Annihilate. Alright, let's see if they've changed their leads. Valkyrie going for Mamoswine and Whimsicott. And Nines leading Gengar and Incineroar. And it's moments like this that probably make Nines wish he was running Intimidate on Incineroar. Like, Intimidate onto that Mamoswine would be very useful. But as it stands, I think we're just gonna see Earthquake and Tailwind. But of course, Incineroar can use Fake Out, and probably should on that Mamoswine. Fake Out onto the Whimsicott, denying the Trick Room. Sludge Bomb coming out, taking out the Whimsicott. No Tailwind for you. And of course, Mamoswine does go for the Earthquake, takes out the Gengar, but Incineroar survives. Now, if only it had Intimidate, then maybe the Gengar would have survived. Now, Nines could send in Gyarados here, but if Valkyrie sends out Annihilate, it's gonna get a +1 boost. Torterra and Gardevoir, so there was no threat to that Intimidate, but of course Gardevoir could have copied it, instead copying Incineroar's Blaze. And we see the Gardevoir Mega Evolve. Now, I would personally be a little hesitant to use Torterra against a Mamoswine, with Mamoswine being an Ice type and faster, but Mamoswine goes for Protect. Meanwhile, Gardevoir uses Mystical Fire onto Torterra. Torterra survives. Flare Blitz onto the Mamoswine, but it is protected, and Woodhammer onto Gardevoir, taking it out in one hit, but that recoil is going to be enough for a self-KO. Both players are down to their last two Pokemon, Annihilate and Gyarados, so Annihilate is going to get that +1 from the Intimidate. Mamoswine is oblivious, so it does not care about Intimidate. You can't scare something that's oblivious to it. Which is something I forgot it had. And I forgot Oblivious got buffed that way. Protect from the Mamoswine and Rock Slide from the Annihilate will take out the Incineroar. And it's all up to the Gyarados, who will recover with the Citrus Berry and Waterfall onto the protected Mamoswine. Rock Slide from the Annihilate will take out Gyarados. That was a close match, but unfortunately, that is game 2 for Valkyrie. So, good job, Valkyrie, on winning week 4. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to stay up to date on events. Join the Discord server if you want to participate in future events or just chat with the guild. Okay, bye!